Hey guys, Agent of Doubt here. Still world's worst SJW. Still sick. I'm not turning the volume up or down. I'm just sick and I can't project my voice that well. I'm in the part of the sickness where my nostrils are on fire. And, yeah, the mucus is like rubber cement. So I've got the chafing on the sides of my nose, even though I use quality tissue paper. It sucks. Anyways, today I'm just keeping up with letting you all know where I'm at in tracking the BlueAnon phenomenon. After January 6th, the vote was certified, and it happened very quickly. It was like 30 minutes, and a lot of people were hinging all of their belief on that. So they've lost a few true believers, or blue lulus, or whatever they want to call themselves. One of them is calling them till the last minute people, or till the last day people. So, some of them glommed on to the fact that two people, a Republican and a Democrat, tried to introduce things on the floor right after the vote was certified, and they were kind of shushed to the point where we didn't even get to hear the title of what they were trying to introduce. And that's not good for conspiracy theorists to have this unknown that they could just, mull about all night. But the next day came, and apparently it was just routine stuff. Nothing to signal that some other things were going on. But overnight, there were people that had a whole bunch of conjecture about HR 13 and HR 14. Those are the two that were... they attempted to talk about them, and they were like, nope, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We don't even want to hear it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And so they got shut down on the floor. And that part of the news feed went out on C-SPAN, and then there was just a whole bunch of C-SPAN reporters talking about their craft that was just going out live to everybody. Real professional. Anyways, the hopium and copium. Here's where we're at. A whole bunch of people, they saw the bills that or the resolutions as they were trying to submit them, and they just let their imaginations run wild. And then next day, nope, it's Big Nothing Burger again. But there's also a camp of the BlueAnon that are arguing that the certification needed to happen. And the analogy that they're using most often is it's not shoplifting until you make it out of the store. And I suppose this means that it's not election fraud until you've actually stolen the election. But I would counter that sort of logic by saying, yeah, it's not murder till you kill somebody, but it is attempted murder. And wouldn't you rather catch someone for an attempted murder than a murder? And wouldn't you rather catch someone for attempting to steal the election rather than stealing it, getting into power, than pardoning himself? Their logic is, it's very flexible, and they have not rolled up the gym mats for their mental gymnastics just yet. No. They are going to go all the way to the 20th and beyond. But I will say, on a personal note, I am getting sick of the phrase, trust the process. And this was a phrase that not just BlueAnon are using now, but QAnon used to use when they were keeping hopium alive and making people think that maybe Trump would come back. Trust the process. The reason why I don't trust the process, and I'm sick of hearing it, is because it was discussed on the Breakfast Club live show that I used to do with Got That Funk and Serious Mind and Raven and the whole gang, Amy. So, the person who would say this to me the most was actually Serious Mind. And I felt like justice delayed is justice denied for all of us who are pretty goddamn sure that we saw an insurrection happen, right? And, now it's just justice denied all the way because the people who were supposed to represent us, this part of the citizenry, just dropped the cases. Because, like, oh, well, he's going to be president anyway. And apparently now presidents are above the law. Couple extra Supreme Court rulings in that direction after the justices that Trump put on the bench ruled that way. And, yeah. Way back then, Joe was telling me, Serious Mind was telling me, that we have to trust the process. We have to let the congressional inquiry go the entire way and cross our T's and dot our I's. It has to be perfect. And then they presented their findings and nothing. Then they just expect the DOJ to do something. Of course, he got impeached for it. And then enough, a majority of votes were there in the Senate after the impeachment, but then not enough to remove him from office. So basically, no penalty, just, 2 impeachments on his historical record, which, I don't know. Maybe he'll find a way to have his impeachments expunged by all the people that are scared to stand up to him. I know he'll probably look into it, just like he's looking to have his 34 felonies in New York set aside, or he's got all sorts of last minute Hail Marys he's throwing at that. But yeah, trust the process. I don't. Not when BlueAnon or QAnon conspiracy theorists are saying it, but also not when something is plain to me to be heinously against the law and against the Constitution. The process has failed us all. And, yeah. In my opinion, Joe was wrong. We should not have trusted the process. The wheels of justice were too slow for that slippery motherfucker. That's it. Talk to you tomorrow.